That's enough of this shit. Hello? There's an ad. That's not an ad, that's just actual Zoe 101. Alright, so today we're gonna read The Fucking Parent Trap. I don't know if this is good. I don't know anything about it. All I know is that it's a Zoe 101 fanfic, and we're gonna fucking watch it right now. We're gonna read it, excuse me. Let me put on some music in the background. Let me know if the music is too loud. If you need me to adjust it, I can turn it down. Want to make sure it's not, you know, overpowering. But Jesus Christ. I gotta go because finals. Well, good luck with your finals. My first stream, well, welcome. I hope you have a good time. Let's just dive right in. Let's see. Logan and Zoe each has a daughter, twins. Maddie and Olivia Liv, who went to the same camp that their parents sent them to. Unfortunately, the girls were slightly enemies until they found out they're twins, sisters with the same parents. What if Olivia Liv decided to switch places with her sister to get her parents back together? Zogan, all the way. Tony, you gotta write an announcement in the Discord. Alright, I'll write it right now, despite writing one 3 seconds ago. No, let me actually do that. Stream. There we go. An announcement everybody should know now. As you guys can tell, I'm a little excited today. And that does not have to do with the fact that I have 4.5 pounds of lemon heads sent to me by a fan. Thank you, Kara. It's my favorite candy. It's the best. Not because I'm hyped up on sugar, but because I'm hyped up on just having a good time. So let's... If you don't know, this is apparently The Parent Trap, which is a film with Lindsay Lohan in it. And she, you know, this is the premise. Oh shit, they explain it here. What am I doing? I just noticed it says Lindsay Lohan right here. So they must explain what the movie is. Okay, I got this. Hey, I'm back, except I'm going to write another story called The Parent Trap, which I'm sure you probably saw that movie, the one with Lindsay Lohan when she was young with Natasha Richardson and Dennis Quaid. That was my ultimate favorite movie growing up. Honestly, it's a good movie. And it still is, so I decided to write it in Zoe 101 version under Logan and Zoe, Zogan, because I for one think they belong together. People always seem to get this quote, which is very common, opposites attract, which is one of the reasons why I wrote this, because it's my favorite show of all time among other shows that I updated in my profile. Is this the actual author, or is this a re-upload? Oh, that looks like the actual author. Oh, well, I don't do these videos to make fun of random people on the internet. I do it to have a good laugh at bad fan fiction, but let me actually read this out here. Author has written 8 stories for Descendants. Oh no. 2015, Harry Potter, Zoe 101, Rocket Power, and Twilight. Oh geez. That's a large... That's a large amount of things here. This is bad. Hi! You know, they wrote it like that. I'm Mary KC. Mary Kate and Ashley. Not a lot to say here, so I'll make this short. They say there's just... Oh, okay, wow, that actually is short. I was expecting this to be way longer. My favorite shows and movies is obvious. Harry Potter. Harry Potter x Hermione Granger. Draco Malfoy x Hermione Granger. These are not movies. This is a list of Harry Potter ships that you have. Blaise Zabini x Hermione Granger. Any of the Weasley brothers except Ron Weasley with Hermione. I don't think Ron deserves to be with Hermione though, but sometimes he can be okay, so he has his moments for me to like him. Draco Malfoy x Harry Potter. Blaise Zabini x Hermione Granger. I don't know how to pronounce these because I don't watch Harry Potter. I don't read Harry Potter. I don't actually even like Harry Potter. Cedric Diggory x Hermione Granger. Are you guys noticing a theme here? It's Hermione Granger. Cedric Diggory x Harry Potter. Harry Potter crossovers. Oh, wow. Lord of the Rings. Legolas x Hermione Granger. That's amazing. That's the best shit I think I've seen in quite a long time. That is actually fantastic. Legolas x Harry Potter. Legolas x Draco Malfoy. Ooh. Oh my god, Hermione is in everything. Seth Clearwater X. What the? Who is Seth Clearwater? Let me just. Okay, Seth Clearwater. Is that? Who is this? He's not the main boy, is he? No, he's not. He's vaguely Asian, and he's not wearing a shirt, so he's definitely one of the werewolves, because I know they don't wear shirts in Twilight. Yeah, so he's a werewolf. He seems like a rando character. Like, why? What the fuck? Tony, can I request a fanfic for you to read? Well, I don't really take well, here's the thing. I only take requests for fanfiction from people who give to my Patreon. That's how I get the fanfictions that I read. Today is a special offer where I'm reading one request from basically... I said in my Discord, if anybody has a Zoe 101 fanfic, I'll read it. And then we're going to be doing another fanfic after this, so... Tony, are you a werewolf? I'd say I'm pretty close to a werewolf. Legolas X Tony? No. Tony X Hermione Granger. That's the only acceptable ship here. Harry Potter X Leah Clearwater. Jacob Black X Hermione Granger. Hermione Granger with any of the shapeshifters. Sam Yulee, Jared Cameron, Paul Leota, Embry Call, Seth Clearwater, Jacob Black, or... Fucking Christ. Hermione Granger X Jasper Hale. Sometimes. Only sometimes, guys. Only sometimes. Alright. Legolas X Stefan. Dude, I'd ship Stefan with anybody. Harry Potter X Edward Cullen. Harry Potter X Jasper Hale. Draco Malfoy X Jacob Black. Then there's How to Rock, Zoe 101, The Troop, The Fosters, 9 Lives of Chloe King, Pretty Little Liars, Gilmore Girls, One Tree Hill. There's a whole lot more, but I won't write it down as I'm starting to feel tired. But anyway, that's all I wanted to write. Thank you for reading my stories, as I'm going to write a lot more, aka Snowy, Baby Doll, Mortal Kombat 0826. Ooh, Tony is an Italian werewolf. He feasts on innocent noodles during the full moon. You are incorrect. I feast on innocent noodles during any time. Full moon does not matter. Oh goodness. I used to write stuff like this. I'm cringing so hard. I'm so sorry. I'm very happy that I never went through a period of time in my life where I was into... Yeah, like, I was never a scene kid, thank God. And I never wrote fan fiction of any kind. And I never made, like... I didn't really do things on the internet that were that cringy besides the channel that you're looking at right now. This entire channel. That's it. But, I never did this. I never did the Parent Trap. So, let's see. Updated on my profile. This is just like my remake of my fanfiction version of the 1998 film, but it leaves off when Zoe and her friends graduated from PCA, The Parent Trap. Ever since I heard the news of the death of actress Natasha Richardson, I was really sad because she was one of my favorite top actresses of all time. One of my favorite top actresses of all time. The spaghetti was good. It was the best spaghetti I've ever... You've never had better spaghetti. See how that sentence is unnecessary? It's not really a thing that it just doesn't need to be that way. Hello, shark that makes videos. That's a very talented ability that you have as a shark. Safety Mothman says, we don't really talk about Chris anymore, my guy. You are correct. We don't. Tony doesn't really... Yes. Yeah. You guys seem to be getting it. Let's see here. I was really sad all time. Oh god, she does... And I thought of the idea that writing this story as a dedication to her. Oh, that poor woman. She's been dedicated this. This is bad. I love all her movies. I'm planning on getting all her movies as much as I could, which includes The Parent Trap, which I have. And I used to watch it practically every day since I was a kid and gave me some ideas to the whole thing. Anyway, I would like to stay true to this film, but I also need guest stars, The Troop, and How to Rock with some of my ideas. I will be making this fanfiction dedication to my best friends Alexis, Katie, Brittany, Jenny, my hubby Jason, Matt, and Angel. You guys are awesome, and I hope you guys enjoy this story as much as I do. Dude, shout out to everybody in my stream right now. Tropical Junk, Team TRPD, Desmond, ISSA, the Ogre Rasman the Fox, Sonic Nerd 24601, Kappa Rakija, Shark that makes videos, Sheen Last. Shout out to all of you guys in my stream right now. This fan fiction is for you. Prologue, LOVE. The Cruise from Fort Lauderdale to Rome, Italy, wasn't something Logan Reese was privy to. But he wanted to take things slow, just as his father suggested to him. It still came as a shocker to Malcolm Reese that his son didn't want to become a basketball star. He also didn't want to be an actor or a male model. Logan realized that he was Owenphile when he drank a bottle of bad wine back in college. The taste was so bad that it opened to how students there didn't seem to have any taste in wine at all. And so it was that he started his own study of viticulture and would want to continue it so much he actually enrolled at Scala School of Wine in London, where he stayed with his cousin Kirby Cadworth from his mom's side and accompanied him with their friends Chase Matthews, Michael Barrett from Logan's Friends, Xander Robbins, Kevin Reed, Nelson Baxter, including Jake Collins, and Felix Garcia, who are good friends with Kirby. That is a lot. That is a lot of backstory, and I don't understand any of it. This gives me feelings. This, why am I pee-pee hard zone? That's what's going on right now. You know, I don't know who half these people are. See, they point out that this is from Logan's Friends. I don't know what Logan's Friends is. I don't. Who are these people? I know half of Chase Matthews. I know who Michael. I know. Okay, so I know a few of these people. Are they all from Zoe 101 and I just don't remember them? Which one is the big... Who's the fat guy from Zoe 1... Hold on. Zoe 101... Fat... No, his name is Del Figolo. I remember that. Del Figolo. Mark Del Figolo. Was he listed here? He wasn't. Dude, Mark Del Figolo was the only good part of that show. What the fuck is this shit? That and, you know, Jamie Lynn Spears, who, of course, everyone in my age group thought was spicy. Everybody loved her. I wasn't that into her. But I'm not gonna lie and say I didn't watch an episode or two of Zoe 101, you know what I'm saying? Booking the 30-day trip from his dad's new home in Florida, he had enough in his hands to think about his decisions, plus his dad got remarried for the 4th time, he believed, much to his distaste. Not that he had a problem with the new wife or anything, but it hurts him that his dad never even reconsidered to remember his first wife after learning that she died when he was very young. Wait. What do you mean, reconsider to remember? She died. What do you want him to reconsider? That she died? He can't date another lady because the first one died? That's just silly. You can say that it made him a bit bitter in PCA, where he made new friends back then. Plus, he was the PCA jerk, as people call him, where he remembered some girls that he was actually close with, some of them anyway. Logan wasn't backing out. He was zealous enough to pursue his new love and very determined to be good at it. His dream was no longer to become an internationally renowned basketball star or actor, but he wanted to start his own vineyard in Malibu, California, where his grandfather once lived that he gave him to own before he died. This is getting real sad. It was the only thing that ever reminded him what he wanted to do. It changed his life, really, because unlike his father, his grandfather taught him things that he didn't expect in life, especially with girls. So here he was swimming, being on his own, that he didn't expect to bump into his old friends from school. This is really hard to read. No till death do us closer than ever, right? This is Sadness 101. This is really difficult to read. This is very difficult to read. Zoelle Sapphire Elizabeth Taylor, oh, I thought that said AKA. No. Here we go. Zoelle Sapphire Elizabeth Taylor Ada Brooks, aka Zoe. Is that her actual fucking name? There is no way in hell Zoe 101's name is Zoelle Sapphire Elizabeth Taylor Ada Brooks. That is fucking possible. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. I don't believe it. Also, I'm sorry if I'm missing things in the chat. reading this is taking a lot out of my fucking brain. I think I'm dying. Zoe was lounging on one of the deck chairs on the upper deck of the ship with her older cousin Haley Steele, with their best friends Cadence Nash, Casey Simon, Stevie Bascara. Then there's Zoe's best friend Lola Martinez and Quinn Pensy from PCA. From what Haley told her, she met Casey Simon through... That isn't spelt the correct way, and that makes me upset. Cheerleading camp, since... Is that a... Yeah, okay. They spelled cheer right. I thought for a second they spelled it with an A. It's just my brain playing tricks on me. Since they both grew up together and reunited in New York when both Casey and Haley went to the same university, you can say they became best friends again. They need to learn how to use commas. That they made sure to add Stevie and Candy so they won't feel left out. As for Haley, she's very close with her baby cousin, Zoe, although sometimes she can be very protected with her, just like Zoe is with her, so in a way, it's kind of like Girls Only Invitation, but unfortunately, Lola and Quinn, was discovering something. As for her baby brother Dustin, he was persuaded by their father to stay with him in Bella Vista, a kingdom that no one but her cousins Haley, Hannah, Hermione, is that Hermione Granger? And Chloe knows, but since they're family and all. Do you guys understand what's happening? Do you guys understand what's going on? This is... I've lost control of what's happening. I don't really know what's going on. Tony, can we listen to the Zoe 101 song again? No. We are not going to listen to the Zoe 101 song again. Because now we have to listen to this. This is ridiculous. I can assure you, I watched quite a bit of Zoe 101. And this, partially because my sister was really into it. And also because I was a young teenage boy with very low standards. But let me tell you, I don't know what the fuck's happening. And I watched a pretty good amount of Zoe 101. Tony, can you read for us? I wish I could, but my throat is a little fucked at the moment. And I did not get water, or I totally would. I can pose a very good re, though. I did a re at the convention last year. I did a re, and I almost threw out my back. Like, I was about to fuck my back up doing this re. It was great, because I did it with a guy who was cosplaying as Lucio. And he had skates on, so he could read, like, really, really well. It was great. The fuck is a Zoe 101? Zoe 101 is a fantastic show about a girl named Zoe, played by Jamie Lynn Spears, before she got pregnant, and they had to cancel the show because she got pregnant, and girls can't be pregnant if they're still in middle/high school, which is what the show was about, and that would be awkward if she had a baby on the show. So they had to cancel it. Their mother passed away a few years ago due to cancer. It broke Zoe's heart, and William, aka BJ, their father, wanted the company of his two children, whom he felt have been quite distant from him ever since they went to college. But, of course, Zoe was Daddy's little girl. He never liked when she had boyfriends, which left her to chuckle on that. The last relationship that was serious was with Chase Matthews, and they lost in touch as well, much to her disappointment. She wondered if she even loved him to begin with, because of the whole Choey and PCA, everyone believed they belonged together since Chase fell hard in love with Zoe, which took a long time to see that until she went to London and then found out Chase's secret loving her, and she went back to PCA to see if her feelings for him were true. So they tried dating in long distance, which didn't work out until they found each other again. They lasted for about 2.5 years till they broke up. Their broke-up was mutual, though. Oh, Jesus. Tony, I want to know what your hairy Portuguese self ate for dinner. 4 hot dogs and half a bag of family-sized barbecue Lay's chips, to answer your question. Jesus, that paragraph has like 1 period in it. In the middle. Jesus Christ, dude. Also, this whole paragraph spoils like the entire plot of Zoe 101, which is this girl going out with this guy Chase. That's the whole fucking plot. Like, exactly. That's not good to just spoil the whole thing. She was humming Stay My Baby by Miranda Cosgrove, because everybody knows Miranda Cosgrove songs, that she didn't even notice someone accidentally blocked her son. This irritated her, and she took off her Gucci... She took out her Gucci bag stand and found the pair of sunglasses she was looking for inside, and opened her mouth to start bitching to whoever would block her sun and bug her. Unfortunately, no words came out of her lips, since her words became stuck in her throat and her voice was nowhere to be found. She just gawked at the lean and handsome hunk in front of her, wearing black and coral red swimming trunks and dripping wet. The hunk ran a hand through his wet brown hair and looked at her with piercing brown eyes. His jaws dropped as well. This is a bad time. This is a very bad time. Wait, let me see what... That sounds like something my grandpa would eat. You know? I hope when I'm a grandpa, I still eat as disgustingly as I eat now. But if I keep eating like this, I'll probably die before I get to be a grandpa. That also implies I have to have children. And let me tell you, children, not my deal. Oh, God. Fucking Gucci bag. Out of all the people Logan wanted to meet after PCA, she wasn't really counted on his list well. Actually, come to think of it, he hasn't seen her in a long time since they graduated, but long and behold, laying there in her pink zebra bright print bikini glory with the tanned and sexy body of none other than Zoe Brooks herself. Logan tried to act cocky, but instead, he stuck out his hand and gave her one of his charming smiles. Zoe immediately changed her persona to look more accommodating, and tried not to resist the urge to stare at his body. Man, if I was more of a memer, I'd start singing some Persona music, but fuck me, I'm not going to try and ruin it because it's too good. Well, well, well. Look what we have here. Oh, wait. Oops. No, I was right. Well, well, well. Look what we have here, Logan began to say, acting all cocky, then had an amused smirk on his face. Is the one and only Goody Good Shoes Zoe Brooks. It's been a long time, hasn't it, Brooks? He asked. Zoe shrugged her shoulders, took off her sun hat, shaking her hair, then wait. So she's wearing a fucking sun hat, but she's afraid someone's blocking her sun? That's fucking stupid. Tony, you should play only JoJo music. If I wanted nothing but copyright strikes and my videos being taken down, trust me, I would. Like, I get that you can wear a sun hat and also tan, but like, sun hats are ginormous. Like, they're really fucking big, and they would probably block some of her sun. And this is just stupid. This is fucking dumb. I can't. I've already. The immersion of this story is ruined because of this fucking sun hat. Nice to see you too, Reese, raising her eyebrows as he couldn't stop gawking at her. The last place I expected was to see you here of all places, so what are you doing here? She asked curiously through her voice, as they're somewhat good friends, but not as close as she was with the girls, though. Logan shakes his head. Oh, you know me, Brooks, having fun with the ladies here and there. I'm actually here to find my latest fling, since it's been a long while since I dated. He cocky says, leaving her to blankly stare at him in disbelief as awkward silence was between them, then coughed awkwardly. I'm kidding, jeez. Leaving her to roll her eyes. I just decided to give myself a break. Been working a lot. That Chase and Michael damned I take a break, so they book me a cruise for 30 days. I didn't expect to see you here either. What's your story? These are too fucking long. These sentences are... These sentences are not... Please play Nickelodeon Girls, Tony. Oh, jeez. How do I get Nightbot to notice me? You have to type in one of my many Nightbot commands, and then he will notice you. What's the end game of this story exactly? Here's the thing that I'm confused about. I thought the end game of this story was that their kids do, like, a parent trap thing. But, like, the kids haven't done... Where are the kids? This is just Zoe and where are the fucking kids to do the parent swap thing, you know? Like, they're not here, and I'm confused. I'm very confused here. It doesn't... I don't know. I'm waiting for it. Let's see here. He asked, sipping his beer that he had after getting out of the pool, I guess. She said he was... Well, the book said that he was standing there wet, like he just got out of the pool. Where did he get a beer? When are they going to do the parent swap thing? That's what I want to know. I'm here with my cousin and our friends. We decided to have a girls-only vacation, Zoe began to say, where she was about to continue until they both heard a yell. Zoe, where are you, Bumblebee? She asked. Over here, Tigger. Zoe. Tigger. Is that Tigger or Tiger? Tiger is spelt with 1 G, right? I don't know how to spell good. I don't do the spell. Yeah, Tiger is spelt with 1 G. I was right. Tigger is spelt with 2 G's. Don't you fuck with me right now. Why the fuck is she calling her Tigger? I'm very what? Nani? What is going on? I'm very confused. All right. Pet names. I'll get over it. Zoe hollered her cousin over. There you are. The girls and I were looking for you. Ooh. The blonde girl began to say, where she noticed a hunky-looking man, where she raised her eyebrow at her. Not to be rude or anything, but who are you? And how do you know my baby cousin? She asked. Nobody says baby cousin when you're an adult. Nobody says that ever. This doesn't make any sense. She asked, narrowing her eyes at him. Author's note. Guess who Haley Steele is in my other story? Is it you? Are you Haley Steele? Are you trying to meme on me right now? Logan Reese. Logan greeted her where Haley was about to ask, but Zoe cut, but she... I don't think this girl knows how to use commas correctly. Like, you put the comma here, so then the sentence would read like this. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not that great when it comes to, like, you know, specifics of writing, but I have a decent understanding. I'm not an idiot, you know. Logan greeted her where Haley was about to ask, comma, but Zoe cut both off. That's what that should say. But now it says, Logan greeted her where Haley was about to ask, but Zoe cut both off. It reads strangely. You know? It reads awkwardly. I'm pretty sure it should be after ask. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that I'm an English major and I know everything about English, so of course I know what the fuck I'm doing, you know? I'm not the authority when it comes to perfect writing. But, like, this is just, it's too weird, you know? This is bad. Tony, you coughed at the end of the author's note, but it didn't say that. Immersion ruined. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm trying to add a little bit of, you know, spice here to make sure that it, you know, it flows correctly. Let's see here. He's an old friend of mine back in PCA, the one that I told you about, she asked, fiddling her ring nervously, which he raised his eyebrow at her. You talked about me. I'm flattered, Brooks, Logan smirks. Shh! You're not helping, Zoe hissed at him. But unfortunately, it didn't help that Haley was glaring at the guy since she heard of him from Zoe from their phone conversations when she was in PCA. The Logan Reese, Haley began to say, leaving Zoe to nod at this. Oh, I heard of you. You're the one that made my baby cousin's life a living hell, walking up to Logan about to tell him, but Zoe rolled her eyes, waving her off, revealing her whole bikini, since she's more tanned, and put her hands on her lips in a motherly tone. Tigger, that's so rude, leaving Logan to gape at her. Logan wasn't always like that, leaving Haley to her. I don't believe you, Look then made a huff. Okay, fine, she exclaimed, waving her arms dramatically. You know what I mean. Sure, he was the PCA jerk back then, but come on, Tigger, we're all adults here. He wasn't always like that. There are times where he could be, leaving Logan raise his eyebrow at her. He raises his eyebrows a lot. His eyebrows are like off his fucking face right now. He could be, she was struggling at this. Be what exactly, Brooks? Logan smirked, crossing his arms, a bit amused at this. Zoe looked up in the sky for a moment. He can be a decent person when he wants to be, but most of the time he's an okay guy. He's an okay guy, okay? Okay guy, okay? There should be another comma in there. This comma here needs to be a period, and the comma needs to be moved after guy. That's what needs to be happening here. There also needs to be other things altered to that sentence, like having it be completely removed. Like the entire thing. It's just... I don't even know what's going on. I hear you talking, Tony, but I don't understand. You know, I don't either. It's just... these words, I understand them, but when put in this way, I can't understand them. How much do I have to pay you to get you to read poke-porn fanfiction on stream? Well, you'd have to go to my Patreon, bud. But if you don't want to pay every single month, You can always give me 1 month on Patreon and then take it away. That's perfectly a-okay. You can also just donate through PayPal on my website that's on the bottom. And it says how much I take for doing fan fictions, which things are usually negotiable. Usually negotiable. But Jesus Christ, poke porn. Porn's a little iffy. But fuck me, I'd read poke porn here, as long as it's nothing too horrible, you know? Tony, I'm having a stroke. Send help at 123 Help Street. Sorry, the only numbers my phone has are 101, so I can't help you out. I'm sorry. My God, poke porn stream when? I'll pay you $100 to go on Minion Yowie. Is that a website? Minion Yowie. Let me open that up. I misspelled Yowie. Like, to read Minion Yowie? Dude, for $100, I'll read anything. For $100, I will read Minion Yowie. I don't care. $100 is half of a Green Joseph figure. That's a lot of money. Classic Green Joseph Joestar super action figure is expensive. And if you're gonna give me $100 to read Minion Yowie, I'll fucking do it. Hello, bubbies, says the Golden Cummies. That feel when your name rhymes with bubbies. Jesus Christ. Where am I? I've missed my place talking about fucking Minion Yowie. Yeah, only half. Yeah, Joseph is expensive. He's like $200. Regular blue Joseph is like 60, 70 bucks. Actually, no, he's like 40 bucks. Between 40 and 60. But classic green Joseph is like 200 bucks. For those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, here, let me fucking show you. Here, let me show you what I spend my money on after saving for fucking years. Alright? Alright, so let's take a looky here. Take a break from Zoe 101. Turn the music down for like 3 seconds. This figure, this action figure, because I'm a fucking nerd, this thing is like $40 to $70 in that range, right? But he's blue. And I don't want him in blue, because even though the blue is good, it's not the right one. I want him in green. Can I get him in bigger? Can I get him in bigger green, please? Where's the bigger green? Search Google. Can I get it in bigger green, please? I don't want 20. There we go. I want the green one, because the green one is better. It also comes with a different face. This is about 200 American dollars. It's a lot of money, but it's better. I also weigh I measure all of my money in JoJo figures. It's bad. I measure all of my money in how close can I get to this particular figure. Now let's keep reading some Zoe 101. By the way, if you're into like anime or like TV shows and you want to get like collectible figures, just don't. Don't do it. Because, like my friend Stefan, I warned him. My friend Stefan bought 2 figures. He said, I really want these 2 figures. They're my favorite characters. I won't get into it. He's into it now, and he spends his time perusing figures to find them on sale to buy them. Planning which ones he's gonna buy. It's now his new hobby. And you think buying one of these figures won't do it to you, but then you end up buying 25. And now you gotta buy a display case to display them on. And a feather duster to dust them so they don't get dusty. Just don't. Spend your money on food, please. It's better for you. Zoe looked up at the sky for a moment. Let's see. Oh, really? What would you call it then, Brooks? Logan casually asked with a raised eyebrow, because from what I recall, you weren't exactly someone perfect either, from what I can recall. These sentences repeat a lot, he asked. Gee, thanks, Logan, she said sarcastically. Just trying to help, Logan, amused, smiled at this. You do know you're not making this easy, right? Zoe says, facing Logan. Now her chest was a bit bigger than Logan realized, and it was hard for him to concentrate at the moment. I'm just stating the truth, Brooks. No need to hide it, Logan smirked. Zoe spluttered in shock, staring at Logan, then another friend of Haley's. There you guys are. Why are you? Casey, who noticed the cute hunky boy next to Zoe, then smiled at her best friend. Tigger, Bumblebee, who is this? She asked sweetly. Zoe threw her hands up in frustration as he chuckled then. Hales, Casey, this is Logan. Logan, this is Casey and Haley, my cousin. Logan is just an old friend of mine in PCA. I really don't want to get into this. I'll meet you at the bar over there. Please. And I'll even let you two pick my new boyfriend tonight at the club so we can just forget about Logan if that's what it takes, okay, Choochie? What is this? What does that mean? Is that a thing they said in Zoe 101? Choochie? I'm just gonna say Gucci instead of Choochie from now on if this ever comes up again, which I hope it starts ending sentences on. I fucking hope that sentences are ended with Choochie from now on. She pleaded her eyes at Casey, who was like a second mama bear to Zoe, and knew beforehand when she wanted the subject to be dropped. Sure, boo-boo. We'll just, Casey giving Logan a look, almost like she was being a mama bear protective mode, then shrugged. Leave you two alone and be acquainted. Come along, Tigger. She winked at Zoe, where Haley was about to protest, but instead, the girl just dragged poor Haley to the bar, leaving Logan and Zoe by themselves in an awkward silence. Sorry about that. My cousins tend to be a bit overprotective with me ever since my... Zoe stopped mid-sentence, seeing as she's not exactly comfortable talking about her mom, since it's a very sensitive subject, and shook her head. You know what? Never mind. It was, nice seeing you, Logan. I better follow them before they ask even more questions, before they think there's something between us, and bomber with questions then before... Alright, so this is just a pet peeve of mine, but... First of all, when you write the word in a sentence, like if you're writing dialogue for a character and you have them say things like or you better. Here's how this should look. It was, comma, nice seeing you, Logan. Alternatively, it was, comma, and or nice seeing you, Logan. What I'm saying is that if you're going to be putting dead space punctuation, I guess is one of the ways that I like to call it. I refer to this as many different things. There's many words for things like and pauses. You know, dead space punctuation is what I like to call it sometimes. You need to write it in a way that it fits in the sentence, and if you don't, it's just, you know, it's a problem. It's, you know, I wish you had a better first. The Friday the 13th ones are the best. Pop your Tony Cherry. Oh goodness. There's new people in the stream? I hope the new people are having a good time. This is a pretty decent time, but Desmond prefers those Friday streams, which I understand. Friday the 13th is a fun game. It's a good game to stream. It's a fun time. You know, all right. I'm done nitpicking, but it just... This aggravates me, and I bring it up because I know a lot of the people who watch my content are people who are artists and people who also write and do a lot of writing and fan fiction and shit like this. Don't do this. It was nice seeing it. It's bad. Don't write it like this. You'll look like a fucking idiot. It also makes it aggravating for people like me to read. She explained grabbing her stuff, putting her hat on, and started to walk away, but he grabbed her by the arm, which left her to yelp in surprise. She left a really good Yelp review right now. Mr. D Major ASMR his name into the mic. Oh, is it his first time? Dude, I'll do an ASMR right now. I haven't done one of those in ages. I'll do a Zoe 101 ASMR too, just cause. Just for funsies, but I'll also ASMR his name into the mic. Mr. D Major. Ooh, I'm just another kind of girl. God, I feel sick doing that. You're welcome. Dude, I'll sing. You know, I'm pretty sure the Zoe 101 song is like 3 lines long. Hold on. Zoe 101 intro lyrics. Let me see how long it is. Damn, dude, this song is fucking short as shit. Look at how short that is. Alright. 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 Are you ready? Wait, hold on. Are you ready? Ooh, I know you see me standing here. Do I look good, my dear? Do I look good today? Oh, I'm just another kind of girl, and you wanna see my world. So come and run away. Yeah. If you wanna play, come and play today. Let's just get away. Yeah. I will make you see all of the things that you can be. Believe in yourself and come follow me. Yeah. All right. Man. It's a good thing I live in a fucking basement so nobody here can hear me. That is, right? Isn't that a short song? I'm pretty sure the intro to Zoe 101 is like a minute and a half. Actually, I think the intro to Zoe 101 might actually be 101. Like, it's a minute, you know, there's like a minute and a second, so it's like 101 when it shows up. My goodness, please stop. It never ends. Insert Joseph's oh no. Oh goodness. Man, you never know what you're gonna get on one of my streams, but you know it's gonna be trash. That's the name of the game. So what, you're just gonna act like we don't know each other? I feel a bit offended by that. I demand an apology, Brooks, Logan demanded playfully, leaving her to drop her jaw in shock. Excuse me, why would I... Zoe began to say, where Logan started to chuckle and laugh out loud and cut her off. I'm just kidding, Brooks. Jeez, you really need to lighten up. I was joking, he says in a playfully kind of manner. You, Zoe began to say, squinting her eyes as she saw him smile and started to shake his head, knowing how he was, and rolled her eyes and pushed him playfully. Ha! Ha! Very funny, she explained. Logan looked at her for a long moment. There's something different about you, Brooks. Which left her to grow tense, which he quickly added. Not that it's a bad thing or anything. You just look different from the last time I saw you, that's all. Although I see that over the years have defiantly changed you. You did not spell that correctly. I am certain that should say definitely. It says defiantly. As his eyes seemed to wander at her chest, considering she's wearing a new bikini that showed more skin than she anticipated, which she saw this and covered herself with her sweater. Why the fuck would you... Wait, they're in Malibu, I'm pretty sure. I vaguely remember this being in Malibu. Or maybe they're on a cruise. I don't... Yeah, they're on a... Oh, excuse me, they're on a cruise, right? Why the fuck does she have a sweater? What? I don't understand. You're a pig, Zoe answered, giving her ew gross face. Logan chuckled. I try, he says, then put his arms behind his head. So, what have you been up to since we graduated from PCA, he asked. Zoe stared at him for a long moment before joining him. Not much. Just, went to college, got my master's and bachelor's degree for music and marine biology for animals. As she started to talk about her life, while he just stared at her, a bit surprised, listening to her, then made a shrug. Which includes for fashion designing, since, I like to try out different designs for clothes and such. Then realized she was talking about herself too much. This is the incorrect version of 2, by the way. Much coughing awkwardly, then turned to him, crossing her legs. What about you? She asked, drinking her mango strawberry iced tea that had a small umbrella. Thank you for that amazing detail, I guess. Surprisingly, Brooks, I went to college too. I have a bachelor's degree and went to Scala School of Wine in London. Logan began to say, which he noticed she looked surprised with a small smile. Chase told me that I see it really made you grow up. I didn't want to believe it until I actually saw you. I guess dating Quinn back then changed you, hasn't it? Sipping her drink, leaving him to raise his eyebrows, but didn't say anything. Anyway, while I was in London, I stayed with my cousin Kirby for a while, then graduated with a master's degree on both subjects, but mostly I want to own a vineyard in Malibu, California. That's it, he wants to be in Malibu, that's what it was. He explained. Wow, look at you being all responsible. I'm impressed. Zoe began to say where Logan raised his eyebrows at her, and then she shrugged, then blurted out, by the way, nice abs, as she mentally smacked herself for being so tactless. Logan smirked at her confession and tried not to show it so much that he was flattered. He watched her turn a tingle of red, and at that moment, he couldn't stop staring at her. Nice tan, he joked as they both shared a laugh. So, you think your cousin and you think you are cousin and your friend Would mind if I asked you to dinner even though you made plans with him anyway? Logan asked after their moment for fun. Zoe seemed to consider his decision for a while. Zoe gave her thinking face, then gave a smile. Sure, sounds like fun. I'm sure my cousin Hales can live without me for a day, she answered with a sweet smile. 30 days later. Oh, gee. Love is for the way you look at me. Oh, is for the only one I see. I'm pretty sure this is a song, I think. This sounds like song lyrics to me. I know it's song lyrics. I'm not good with, music. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more that anyone can adore. Yeah, that's a song. That's definitely a song that I know. Please end me. The amount of errors and run-on sentences in this fan fiction is too fucking high. I constantly think that she looks like Takeo, Arpeggio of Blue Steel, in a bikini. I have problems. I think you just really like Arpeggio of Blue Steel, my friend. Have the kids shown up yet? Because I'm calling this false advertising if there's no parent trap in the next 5 minutes. Honestly, if there's no parent trap in the next 5 minutes, I'm gonna be pissed. Because I'm not reading another chapter just to get these fucking kids in here. The priest looked at the young couple. Oh, God. 30 days? 30 days. You have to be shitting me. They're getting married? They better not be getting married. The priest looked at the young couple, then gave the groom permission to kiss his bride. Logan leaned in, looking straight into 30 days. Zoe's eyes, looking in those chestnut 30 days brown eyes. She 30 days unwaveringly looked back at him with as much intensity as 30 days can allow her gaze to have as he got closer and closer to her pink lips. 30 fucking days. Are you shitting me? Come on. Their lips were now only millimeters apart, and both could feel their breaths mixing together. Then suddenly they entered a world of bliss as their lips met in fiery kiss that sealed their love for one another. Love is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart and please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. The golden double doors leading to the dining room were opened, and the other guests on the cruise started showering the newlyweds. Is that how you spell newlyweds? I think it is. Newlyweds is not a very common word, so I don't know. I'm not going to judge. With streamers, Logan and Zoe walked through and bowed their heads, smiling and waving as the others congratulated the newlyweds. I'm not reading this. Fuck you. There was a fireworks display, and the couple watched it from the port side of the ship. Where would did they just have fireworks on the ship in case people get married? They spent half of the time making out and the other half watching the grandeur of the display. Logan watched Zoe snuggle into his arms, and this prompted him to hold on to her tighter as he whispered words of love into her ear, and she smiled, leaned up, and kissed him again. Nope. The couple went back to their reserved seats right after the fireworks and were still cuddling when a waiter approached them and offered them a wine bottle with the words, "Where dreams have no end." Dinner was scrumptious, that the couple took their time feeding each other, and it was a very sweet sight. The location in which they were located was the epitome of the perfect couple in love. The dining room and the room next to it were the perfect epitome of love. And it seemed like years ago, back in high school and PCA, when they knew each other, they wouldn't expect this. Neither of them, although Zoe had to admit she had a slight crush on him in her first year, but never knew if her feelings for her were real back then, since he turned out to be a jerk, which maybe just for a moment she saw something different in him, but never really noticed it before, since they've been arguing back and forth. Sometimes he'd help her with her new least expects it. He always seemed to surprise her. Zoe looked around where her cousin was, where she was giggling with her date Jake Collins with their friends, and then there's Kirby Cadworth Bancroft III, who just happens to be Logan's cousin, who's with one of her best friends, Cadence Nash, who was blushing from what Kirby was telling him as they started dancing on a slow dance. She wondered if they can date since they're not exactly related, but wasn't sure. Okay. Logan noticed his bridge was staring at her cousin, and his cousin's best friend Jake, then his bridge, the fucking bridge of the Enterprise, is looking at her cousin. And then his cousin Kirby with Cadence, who happened to be one of Zoe's best friends. You okay, Cupcake? Logan whispered. Never better. Zoe smiled and gave him a kiss. You know they're a cute couple, but not as cute as us, Logan answered. Most defiantly, Zoe whispered. I love you, Miss Zoelle Reese, Logan told her. I love you too, Mr. Logan Reese, Zoe answered, where he nuzzled her neck, which made her giggle. After the dinner, the two were in the middle of the dance floor, holding each other close, swaying to the bead, while others were twirling and swaying their hips since music was boogie. This is the best sentence in the entire fanfic. After dinner, the two were in the middle of the dance floor holding each other close, swaying to the bead, while others were twirling and swaying their hips since music was boogie. Wow. That is actually amazing. This is absolutely fucking top tier. I'm waiting for them to screw already, honestly. I'm with all of you guys right now. I'm waiting for them to fuck. It's gonna happen, like, soon. It has to, because their kids have to show up. Alright. They couple were lost in their own world, and with the exception of a twirl or two, they were content in being each other's arms and Zoe's head in Logan's shoulders. They went back to their seats right after dancing, and photographer came up to them holding a vintage camera. She asked if they watched a picture, and both nodded their heads eagerly. The photographer asked them to pose, and the couple faced each other, put on their best Joestar pose, and started leaning in as if they were going to kiss. The photo was shot as the fireworks outside sparkled into bright colors. It was the year 2002, abroad the RMS Queen Elizabeth II, when the nuptial of Logan and Zoe Reese happened. The memory of it was printed on the cruise album. Why? Who gives a shit? That photograph with Logan and Zoe looked at each other with smiles on their lips and love shining through their eyes. End of prologue. So that's the dedication. What do you guys think of the introduction? I may have skimmed a few things here and there, but dedication for Natasha Richardson no matter what. Wow. Wow. That's amazing. There's only one chapter, and it's the fucking prologue. So there's no sex, and there's no fucking parent trap anyway. There was no fucking parent trap anywhere in that. Are you shitting me? This is ridiculous. This is absolute ass. Are you shitting me? Come on. This is ridiculous. Tony, you got any weed killer? The bleach didn't kill me. You know, just stick your head in a microwave and just set it to 911, because at this point, that's the only thing that's gonna, you know, fucking save you. This is bad. This is bad. Tony, we need to make another fucking chapter. I swear to God, if somebody makes a chapter and fucking makes me read it, it's gonna happen. One of my Patreon people is gonna make me read their own chapter of The Parent Trap, Zoe 101. I fucking... Jesus. Oh my God. Why did I do this, you know? I could have said to myself, alright Tony, you've finished up your work for today, you know, let's do a nice stream, you know, go to bed, wake up feeling refreshed because you got a big day tomorrow, I got a big day tomorrow, you know, I gotta be rested. No, I said, hey, whoever finds the worst Zoe 101 stream, I'll read it. Jesus. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream. It's gonna be another one coming up soon. I'll see you guys on the next stream. Have a good rest of your night.